メジャーリーグの大谷翔平らロサンゼルスドジャースの選手たちが、ワールドシリーズ第一戦が行われるカナダ・トロントへ向け出発しました。カナダ人であれば、トロントを本拠地とするブルージェイズを応援したくなるところですが、大谷の登場曲を歌うカナダの歌手マイケル・ブーブレは複雑な心境を明かしました。米国の名物コメンテーター、スティーブン・ A. スミス氏の番組、スティーブン・ A. スミスショーの YouTube チャンネルで語ったものです。ブーブレは、司会者から大谷を応援するのか、それとも愛国心を優先するのかという究極の二択を問われ、私はカナダ人として、どうにか折り合いをつけなければならない。私の愛するブルージェイズが、今や私のヒーローと対戦する。葛藤している、と打ち明けました。さらに、彼が打席に入るのを見て、自分の曲が流れ、彼があのプレーを見せると、自分が歴史の小さな一部になったような信じられない気分になる、と述べました。また、1ヶ月前に大谷と直接会話する機会があり、その際に、どうして僕の曲を選んでくれたの？と尋ねたことも明かし、思わぬ答えに笑いながら振り返りました。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
And then we can talk about the fact that the greatest ball player, maybe, arguably, ever in the history of the game, every single time he walks up the bat, Ohtani uses my song "Feeling Good."
That's right. I was going there.
That's
I was
something.
going there.
And then I gotta somehow fight
Mhm.
that inside. That as a Canadian,
That's
my
right.
beloved Blue Jays are
That's right.
going to go up against now my hero. I'm conflicted.
That's right.
I'm not really. I mean, I'll go for the Blue Jays.
That's what I'm asking. I mean, Canada's listening now. Are you gonna go for Ohtani? Are you gonna go for? Are you gonna engage in some patriotism here?
There's patriotism. Number one, my heart is in Canada. I'm a Canadian. I'm a Canadian patriot. I fly the flag. I bleed the red and white. But there's something deeply sensual about watching.
Listen,
you know what it feels like, dude? Watching him go up and hearing myself, and then watching him do what he does is like, I can't believe that I am a small part of history. Like for me, this is bigger.
It's not
this
a small
is big.
part. It's not a small part because we're looking at a guy in Shohei Ohtani that might be the greatest player we've ever seen since Babe Ruth.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about here.
Yep.
What he can do. Now, I don't know why he's not doing it enough in the postseason, though he had a big-time game Friday.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at him and I'm saying, what's the struggle in the postseason? Because he's got it all. And I'm looking at him and I'm saying, how y'all going to beat them? But I got to tell you this. If you look at the Dodgers pitching, their rotations, big time. Got an ERA under 2 over the last 64 in the third innings.
Stop Milwaukee.
All right? This is what they're doing. But if you can get to that bullpen for the Dodgers, you can push this to a 7-game. You might be able to win this series. So I'm looking at it from that standpoint. And I think the Toronto Blue Jays have a chance. Are you hopeful?
Of course.
Or are you expecting them to give the Dodgers a run for their money?
No.
Hope or expectation?
No,
Which one is it?
I think like everybody else, I think there's probably an expectation that it's the Dodgers to win, I think. But I don't think, it's funny, I was talking to Brett Veach, and I'm friends with Brett, and Eric Stone Street, friends of mine.
Yep.
And we were talking last night, and I told him, I said, I don't think it's going to be as easy as everybody thinks it's going to be. I think it's going to be way closer. I really do. I think it'll be a battle. But this is the greatest thing about sports and the greatest thing about a best of 7. You know what I mean? You just never... you never know.
I love it when stars play like stars. To me, that's when it's at its best.
Yeah.
Like Vladimir Guerrero playing the way that he's
that
played.
clutch.
Against when the guys that get the guy signed 14 years, $500 million. You got to show up in big moments like this. And the brother showed up.
Yeah.
He said, I'm here now. This ain't the regular season. I'm here now. See, I love it. That's when it's at its best because it's me and you. Let's get it on. Let's find out. May the best man win. I think this is that kind of series. I could see this World Series going 7 games.
Wouldn't that be amazing listen,
Game 7 in Toronto.
It makes me so happy because I love baseball. And if baseball feels like it is at the best place that it's ever been. Like, personally, I feel like as a fan, they're just killing it.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think it's at the best place it's been?
I think maybe people's lack of patience, it helps that there's a bit of a, with the difference in the time pitch and stuff.
Pitch
like,
count, shifting.
And
they
I think,
sped up the game,
and I think
more
somebody
stolen
like
bases.
Ohtani, really, where, you know what I mean? It's like, it's always magic when you get to see the great ones having a moment. And it's just, is something. It really is. You know, I got to talk to him.
Okay.
And about a month ago, and I said to him, I said, why? You know, my huge ego. Why? I said, why did you pick my song? And then I found out it was his wife.
Why do you care?
I didn't
The
care.
reasons don't matter.
Hey, man,
as long
I was
as you're
happy.
associated with him, that's
As long as
fine.
I'm associated, I like to tell people I have a little bit to do with his talent too, but of course not. But
I'm Lauren Lister for KTLA Plus. With the Boys in Blue headed to the World Series, we spoke with former longtime host of Entertainment Tonight and Dodger superfan Mary Hart.
Thank you, Lauren. The Dodgers gave that to me on the field the year I retired from ET. So I've got Dave Roberts and Justin Turner and Andre Ethier and a bunch of wonderful Dodger players who signed it for me that day. It's still an emotional thing to think about.
I mean, that is so incredible, and it just shows what a fan you are. What was your reaction when they made it to the World Series first?
Which World Series?
This one. Sorry. What was your first reaction when they made it to the World Series this time around? I know you've been through many.
Well, you know what's funny, Lauren? When I have to say which World Series, what a luxury that is for us Dodgers fans, right? Because I'm thinking back to those bad days in Houston, and that World Series, which our son and my husband and I attended, and that was brutal. But we're talking about last year. It was so remarkable. Thinking about the greatest moments in Dodger baseball history, last year when Freddie Freeman hit that walk-off grand slam home run, I didn't ever think we could see anything better than that. And I still am not sure, because we were sitting with his dad and his stepmom, and we've become, very close friends with them and adore them and the whole family. And it was just an unreal sight and to behold, an emotion in the stadium. But then when we were sitting there last Friday night, was it Friday night? I think it was. And Shohei came back from his hitting slump and hit his first home run after pitching and changing all his gear out and taping his, every body part before he went back out to hit after pitching. It was so great. Yay, Shohei, you're back. One home run. 3 innings later, the second home run. Okay, we were all really happy with that. And by then, I think he'd already struck out 10 batters. And then he comes in and he hits a third home run. It was a collective, are you kidding me? Being in the stadium, it was a gasp for joy that was so remarkable. It was palpable. You could feel it. It was so incredibly exciting, Lauren.
Oh my gosh, it just seems like it would be so amazing to be there. And you've been a Dodger season ticket holder for years. You are a fixture at the games. I'm just curious, do things feel different? And you alluded to it just now with Shohei Ohtani in the mix, because he has some of these just incredible moments.
Was Shohei Ohtani in the mix of favorite moments?
Or just with Shohei Ohtani now on the team and now part of these big moments? Have you noticed a difference as a spectator in terms of how the games feel?
Instantly. When it's been 2 years, we've had him for 2 years, everybody, even when he was signed, the day he was signed, we were in the desert, and both my husband's and my phones blew up saying, we got Shohei. So even before preseason started, there was such energizing, positive, such a vibe that I couldn't believe it. And then when we started going back to Dodger Stadium for those games, the influx of Japanese fans who are so diehard and so exciting, their excitement, I think, bled into all of the rest of us too. And we have seen that influx of new fans and existing fans. And that is to take nothing from our already long established Dodger fans, but yes, it has made a huge difference.